Namaste, my friends. Kalagin with you today again. I'm in my little ashram in Brooklyn, 2021. It's June, very hot today. It's about 95 degrees. So and I'm on the top floor, so it's very hot. Anyway, I want to do this video for you. Yeah, sometimes I'm gonna do some poses, some little I'm gonna stop for a while because I'm a meditative person. It's night, it's hot, and it's like my English pretty like okay, but it's a second language anyway. I'm from Russia originally. I'm in here about 30 years or so, even more. So I'm pretty comfortable with it, but with the philosophic, let's say, yeah, yogi way, like Vedanta way, spiritual things, it's very hard to find sometimes the right words or to explain. It's even hard for people who knows English. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, actually, it's a lot of no good translation, like bad translation, like not correct one, from the English to Russian, let's say, from Sanskrit to Russian, from any languages, so especially from Sanskrit, the holy language, like let's say, the old Vedas, like written by Sanskrit, and many main classical scriptures, like holy books, like translated, but I would say most of them far away from what it means. Like it's so many in between, like so mystical in the scriptures. So but the Western people mostly trying to translate it, like I would say too logical way, but it's very difficult to explain, like to what do you feel in very high level of meditation or samadhi, a special transcendental state of mind. It's almost impossible to explain it. You can, but very few people can do that. Yeah, but we're not going to speak about it today. So like I said, I'm a yoga teacher by Sivananda tradition in Sivananda school, and I'm pretty glad about it. So I had many teachers before Sivananda. Now I have a teacher from Sivananda school, but before I have plenty. It's a big experience. I was living in the ashrams, and I got initiated by mantra and everything long time ago. I studied yoga about 38 years or something. 30 years I'm teaching in here in Ashram, like it's actually a smaller one. It's not like apartment, but kind of. And people come in here. I do mostly private lessons. I like it more. So I'm not gonna push you, or I'm not gonna do any brainwash, let's say I'm not gonna force you to something. I'm not the fanatical. I'm not like the person who exists to some organization. I like freedom, but if it's for good, like for some organization, ashrams, I'm very glad about it. I'm like I don't like criticize, so I'm not criticizing anybody pretty much. I don't like to judge. Yeah, that's how it goes. And I'm doing yoga. I'm teach about 30 years here, and my spiritual name is Sankara. And also you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Over there I put some let's say phrases from my books. Yeah, I'm publishing the books like of small phrases, like philosophical and spiritual phrases, so you can one by one, like every day pretty much, I'm putting it there for now. I don't know like who, when and where will see this video, but anyway, yeah, I'm not looking at the camera too much, to the screen, because my eyes not so good. And also I'm trying to stay in the present moment, so I meditate, do some techniques, and I'm a little bit slow sometimes, yeah, but I feel okay. And the camera is like, actually sometimes it's looks like I'm pale or something, like too wide. It's kind of it's a computer. It's pretty not new one, let's put it that way. It's a good one, but the camera, it's making it like especially at night time, kind of gray, like, or something like that. Colors, white, like pale. Yeah, but it's not like I look like, or whatever. Even floor, like, or walls behind me, like different colors. So it's not taking the camera not taking the exactly colors life exists, I would say. Yeah, I'm sorry for this little introduction. So what else? Of course, on Russian language I have much more platforms. I have a site, I have many different platforms, but anyway, we're not going to speak about it today. So today I want to speak, it's all coming from my experience, from heart to heart, from soul to soul. Like, I'm not trying to, like I said, to do some propagation or something, like whatever it is. But of course, this video channel, like also I'm inviting you here, so welcome. It's a lot of videos about, mostly about yoga, because I'm a yoga teacher, of course, and yoga, vedanta, philosophy, some practices, techniques, some interviews, many recommendations, so many topics. So some of them I would say could be very interesting for you. So I never like preparing myself too much before video. I like the like meditation style, you know, like freestyle, spontaneous. You know, that's why it's. Of course, I know the topic like I want to speak about, but I didn't do like a professor like in the college. So like I'm practicing yoga, so I'm more like that. It's more alive, and coming from my own experience of my teachers, experience of my students. It's two cats in here that sometimes they're making sounds, and also the AC, it's making the sound. So you may hear it, but I think you're gonna hear everything. Yeah. What else? Pretty much this is it before I want to start. Actually, I started already before introduction. I want to speak about yeah, I told you, like, it's coming from my own experience, not only like somebody told me or I like watched it somewhere and found it on Facebook or found in some book. So I went through it by myself. So that's the thing. So what is it? And today I want to speak about, especially for the people who just started yoga, and not only. Who is in yoga, like or Vedanta for a while. What kind of scriptures, books I recommend. So it's a recommendation, not forceful way, like I say, like it's a free recommendation. You can use it or not. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best books or something. So, but yoga is my life. Like I told you, it's like I'm in it pretty much all my life. So I may say something about it. Yeah. Okay. From my point of view, it's like three kind of levels of books, you can say. Text, scriptures, you can put any word. Yeah. First of all, it's holy books. Like the books like you study with, it's very difficult, almost impossible to study it by yourself. Sometimes you study it like, even if you study it in the previous lives, if you believe in reincarnation, of course. So you'll be able to. You're gonna memorize it. So, but mostly you should study it only with the good guru, only with a good master, and. This book's supposed to be with comments of the master, not just a holy book, but the comments of some master. So it's much better, because like it's extremely difficult, especially for Western people, to understand the holy books, the ancient books. What kind of books I recommend? Vedic culture, it's a lot of scriptures, a lot of books with many traditions. So, but it's very few could be useful. Like you can apply it to your life. Let's say, especially Western people. Yeah. So the first one, it's a holy book. Like another one, it's a classical of spiritual literature, let's say. Let's put it that way. Like it's not holy, but almost. Like some great master, like wrote this book. So it could be. You could study it all your life, even too. And number 3. It's like a little less level, like more simple. It's just good books about yoga, Vedanta, Vedic culture, you could put it that way, Vedic philosophy, Vedic tradition. That's the three kind of levels of books. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the holy books, like especially, I'm speaking mostly to the yogi people, but not only. Yoga you can apply yoga, you can add yoga to the any tradition, like even Christian, like whatever, but not all tradition accepting yoga. So unfortunately, but life is life, it's true. So especially on the level of the scriptures, the arguments, a lot of arguments. Honestly, I don't like it. Like it's better to better into yourself, like to explore your own world, to look at yourself and not criticize too much. It takes too much energy, it takes too much time, and you don't, for this time you could do many things like karma yoga to help people, to study many things, to practice. So from my point of view, like God is one anyway, so things are things, like they like objective, like not like we understand it from like our small poor mind. That's why it's a lot of talking, and it's still a lot of suffering, a lot of praying, a lot of spiritual ashrams, traditions, churches, and whatever it is, swamis. I don't judge anybody, but it's still so much suffering, not less than before, even more. So it helps, and it helps of course, but that's the moment, from my point of view, like a yogi not supposed to be. It's better to see what we have, like similar, the same, on the level of philosophy level, with philosophy, and not to look too much what we have different, like, and especially fight about it. It's so stupid. It's ruined everything. So many people not going into the spiritual life then. And if you don't go to spiritual life, and if you don't grow spiritually, it's always going to be some suffering. You know, you're going to always something, some obstacles, whatever it is. Actually, we're here to understand ourselves, understand God, the truth. That's why we're here. We're not just animals who wants children and that's it. Children is very good, family is very good, it's nothing wrong with it. But it's also, to grow spiritually, it's extremely important for human being. God gave life. We should be very appreciative for that. So I'm sorry I went to the site again. This video a little longer than supposed to. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm a little bit slowly talking, but it's okay. Yeah, Holy Scriptures. So what I recommend for the yogi people who are interested about Vedic tradition, for Vedanta, who study, for sadhus, for beginners, like, let's say, it's Bhagavad Gita, of course. Yeah. I'm not gonna explain like too much about every book, because about any of this book you can speak for the whole life. So I'm gonna give you directions. So which way to go, like which books, like from my point of view, better to read. If you study yoga and Vedanta, if you're in Vedic tradition, if you're Hindu, whatever. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita. I'm gonna say the names, and you can find it on the internet. It's everywhere. It's very known books. It's Yoga Vasistha. Yoga Vasistha. I'm gonna tell only the names today. I'm gonna do another video for each of the book, of the holy book, like separately, because like it's many videos you can see, like only explaining one holy book, like during the whole life. Some swamis or some priests, brahmans. Yeah, Yoga Vasistha. That's another holy book, like it's better to look for. It's Hatha Yoga Pradipika. It's about Hatha Yoga. It's amazing thing. It's Yoga Sutra Patanjali. It's a classical one. It's mostly about Kriya Raja Yoga. It's books of the Shankara, from the Shankara, Adi Shankaracharya, like Atma Bodha or Viveka Chudamani. That's the saint books. Yeah. Also, I recommend you. Yeah, Shiva Samhita, Gyaranha Samhita. Yeah, I took my book. Yeah, some of them I don't want to forget. Some, like, yeah, Vasugupta Shiva Sutras. That's right. Vishnu Purana, Shiva Purana, Vedanta Sutra, Nitya Shastra, Nitya Shastra. So that's the basic of the Vedic culture. Like if you read, at least if you understand some part, even a little part, one of them, you can be already pretty advanced yogi, I would say. Yeah, that's the holy books. I recommend. Yeah, the classical books, like you can, some of them, for some people it's holy. Yeah, let's say it's full illustrated book of yoga, or complete illustrated book of yoga by Vishnu Swami, by Swami Vishnu Devananda. It's a teacher of my teacher. So he wrote just one book, but it's so amazing. It's so complete. It's classic. It's all there. For the yoga, it's amazing. It's very good, like classical Light and Yoga by Iyengar, and Life and Light and Life. Yeah, that's another one. Also, it's amazing book. What's happening to the soul after death by Swami Shivananda. It's amazing book. Yoga and Health, amazing book from Swami Shivananda. Very good book, Yoga and Ayurveda by David Frawley, or Vamadeva Shastri, his spiritual name. He's got plenty of books, and pretty much all of them is good. So, as well as Shivananda book. But I'm telling you that, like, the main ones. Yeah. Also, extremely good book. It's Four Yogas by Swami Vivekananda. Very basic ones. And also biography on Swami Yogananda. Swami Yogananda. Sometimes it calls biography of yogi, of some yogi. Yeah. I would say it's classic. It's so amazing. Actually, Bhagavad Gita, very good comments goes with Shivananda, and also I recommend you Swami Yogananda. Yeah, he did comments for the Bhagavad Gita, like amazing ones. Also recommend you, I'm trying to think, because like I have thousands of books I read, plenty, but I'm trying to memorize like the main ones. I don't want to lose your time, because like it's many others interesting books, like I said, but it's a third level, like you can read it and you're not gonna lose anything. But those books, I think you should read if you're in yoga. Some books of a younger, it's more books about pranayama you can read, of course. And of course it's you can take books. He didn't write anything by himself. Ramana Maharshi, the same person of Jnana Yoga, but it's some interviews that, like, somebody asking the questions and he's answering, and somebody did later like some few amazing books. Like you can take any of them, it's amazing. So some of Ramacharaka, it's one of the book. It's amazing. It's like it's calling Path of the Soul. We can say that. Yeah. You can translate it a little differently. And what yogis or saint people I recommend you, like, I'm not gonna speak about books right now, but already, like, because some of them wrote hundreds of books, so I can't like really tell you everything about them, right? So, but some names I can tell you, like which direction to look. Osho Rajneesh, he wrote about 300 books, like amazing. Or the master of meditation, amazing yogi, Ravi Shankar, or Chinmoy. It's amazing books. Also Karl Rientz, he is from Germany, and also Sri Punji or Sri Papaji. It's also like not books, like mostly interviews. It's a great saint, like He's a student of the Ramana Maharshi. It's amazing books of him. So I think for today is enough, because it's plenty already. Yeah, you have enough to read for the many lifetimes. I'm gonna do another videos, of course. About books, about explanation, about spiritual gurus. Not too much biography, but what lessons we can take from their lives, from their mission. Okay. Enough for today. Without knowledge, it's no yoga. So study it, and you're not gonna be successful in meditation, and you should know what to do with that, what to do with that experience you have. So please exercise. It's extremely good, but you should know theory and philosophy and spiritual part. Without it, it's no yoga, it's no path. I wish you luck, I wish you best. Namaste.